Today, we're going to unlock a secret that's hidden inside every single sentence. Seriously, it's a really simple trick, and once you know it, you are going to feel like a grammar superstar.
So, what if I told you that every sentence you've ever read, no matter how long or complicated, is really just a mini story with two simple parts? It's all about finding the star of the show and then figuring out what they're up to. Let's break it down.
First things first, every good story needs a main character, a hero, a star. And in grammar, we call this star the subject. This is the person, the place, or even the thing that the whole sentence is all about.
So how do we find our star, this subject? Well, it's super easy. All you have to do is ask one simple question. Who or what is this sentence talking about? And boom, the answer is always your subject.
Let's try it out, okay? In this first sentence, who are we talking about? Bina. Right, she's our subject. Now, in the next one, who takes a walk? It's Nitesh and his friends. That whole group, that's the subject. And they'll notice it's not always a person. It can be a thing, like this book, or even the lilies. They're the stars of their own little sentences.
All right, so we found our star. But, a star isn't very interesting without a story, right? We need to know what our subject is doing. And this is where the second part comes in, the predicate.
The predicate, I know, it's a fancy word, but it's basically just the rest of the sentence. It tells us the story. So if the subject is the who or the what, the predicate is the what's happening. It's got the action, the verb, and all the juicy details about that action.
Let's go back to our examples. What's Bina's story? She drives her car skillfully. That's the story. That's the predicate. And what about Nitesh and his friends? They take a walk in the park every evening. You see? That whole chunk of information is the predicate. It's the story about the star.
And look at this. When you split them up side by side, it's perfectly clear. On the left, you've got the star, the seagull, the travelers, Sonali, and on the right, you've got their story, what they did or how they were. Every single complete sentence is built just like this.
Okay, here's where things get really cool. The subject, our star, has a superpower. It's actually the boss of the sentence. It tells the main action word, the verb, exactly what to do. And this is something we call subject-verb agreement.
And here's the main rule from the boss. Is your subject a single star, or is it a whole team of stars? Because the verb has to change to match. A single subject gets one kind of verb, and a group of subjects gets a different one.
Check this out. See how it works? One seagull was afraid, but many travelers were asked. One book is interesting, but many lilies look fresh. See how that action word changes? The subject is totally the boss, and the verb always, always has to listen.
All right, get your detective hats on because we're about to solve a cool grammar mystery. Sometimes the star of the sentence, the subject, is invisible. It's there, I promise, but you just can't see it. This happens in a really special kind of sentence.
Look at these. They're giving a request or a command or maybe some advice. These are called imperative sentences. But if you try to ask our question, who or what is this about, it kind of feels like there's no answer. Where'd the subject go?
No, seriously, who is supposed to switch off the light? Who shouldn't walk on that wet floor? And who needs to study regularly? It's like the star of the show just disappeared. Is there even a story here?
Mystery solved. In sentences that give a command or make a request, the subject is always you. The sentence is talking directly to you, the person listening. It's just understood, so we don't even need to write it down. The invisible star is you.
Wow, okay. So you can find the star and the story. You know the star is the boss of the verb, and you've even solved the mystery of the hidden subject. That's awesome. Let's wrap this all up into a simple toolkit you can use anytime you want.
It really just comes down to 3 easy steps. Number 1, find the action, the verb. Number 2, ask who or what is doing it. That'll give you your subject. And number 3, whatever is left over, that's the predicate, the story. With this little toolkit, you can break down any sentence you find.
And that's really all there is to it. You now hold the secret key to understanding how pretty much every sentence is built. So go out there, start looking around, and start finding all those hidden stories in everything you read. Keep exploring.